What's up, party people? How we doing today? Alright, that looks good. Looks amazing. We are just waiting for the game to load up. Be the first one to say it. I woke up about... what is it? Maybe 15 minutes ago? It's pretty cool like that. That after school nap be hitting. Not that I think that's a good thing, that's just how it went. Hence why we're waiting for it to load.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
Hey, we might as well just go for this for now, since no one is technically here yet. Well, we obviously saw this, and we were thinking probably is the right time to do one of those. What else? Not again. Not a second time for now. None of that either. Doesn't sound too interesting to me. This doesn't seem horrible. Another bounty hunter for our gamer group. I suppose I don't mind that either. I will take this and this.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
What else? We did unlock this.
At home in wild places.
And this.
She is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
But otherwise, pretty normal stuff. So, what am I thinking? I'm thinking... did we set up for... we definitely did not set up. So let's see what there is available. We got Grave Robber only. Worry Stone. I'm not too worried about that. Get it? Anyway, you could tell it's been a day, huh? None of this is particularly very interesting to me. This is fine, actually. If I had to choose something, I would probably choose that. And then the increased healing skills. Sacred Scroll ain't bad either. It's not terrible. We want to do a... yeah, we don't want to do a boss this early. I feel like that's kind of crazy. Anyway, let's take these guys out. Let's reconfigure our parties and go from there. What are we thinking? We're thinking... well, we need Blight. We would like Blight for this area. Don't really have that many Blighters. Honestly. So then what do you do? Well, you could bring a shield breaker. We just got them. They do more damage versus the Eldritch. That's pretty decent for this area. Probably you bring a Plague Doctor of some sort. Not in that slot necessarily, but just bring him along. The cultist does make sense to me as well. What is the disease? It makes him eat more food. Which, you know, it's... yeah, it can be annoying in terms of just being used to bringing a certain amount of food and then him eating more than that certain amount. One last person. One last person. Who's it gonna be, huh? Nothing here is really screaming my name. You could go greedy. Could go greedy. And then you gotta make sure to get the disease cure. At the very least, if you're gonna do a greedy build. Yeah, alright, we can run this. We might as well be greedy early if we're gonna do it. So instead of, well, not instead of, we would like...
Success depends on survival.
One of the ones that gets rid of a disease. The leeches, there it is. That for sure is something we'd want. And then, what else is there to do? Encourage, we really don't have a lot of those. Unspeakable communion, we definitely like. In fact, you could bring back Dismiss again. Or one of those two. Just because that, the counter build or whatever definitely works well. I think I like that more actually than what I currently got. Who's going away though? Who's going away? I feel like you're obligated to keep most of the people who are in your party currently. Whoops, that's a little too far. Let's get rid of this. Does that make sense? Could do this as well. Alright, you could do... Can't get rid of the healer. We would like the healer. For certain. We need this to get rid of diseases. You're the only one that it doesn't really matter. But we're still going to get rid of this in place of this. And then instead of being greedy, we are going to bring this instead. Just because they have the ability to cure disease, and we do have multiple people who have disease at this point. So being able to do that would be good. Except I say all this and am going to a short dungeon, so cancel that, bring this guy instead. Make sure that this is in this slot. Whoops. No. Yeah, I was right. You bring that there, and then they're gonna protect, he's gonna push forward. That's perfectly fine to me. Alright, now you provision. And let's see. Well, you could go with one of these numbers. Alright, you need medicinal herb. Blight resistance, actually extra shovel. Just feel like there's a lot of shovel interactables here. Whoops, that's way too many torches for this sort of run. Torch +1. Some holy water and bandages because you have an occultist. probably alright. This might not be the most lucrative. Well, we did bring in a. I hold my judgment on that. We brought a. What's her name? Antiquarian. I got it. I got it. And at the very least, we'll be in decent shape. Loot wise, fighting wise, we'll have to see.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
Okay, it's just a straight
They
shot.
must be flushed out.
Make sure we're walking around, picking up stuff with her. What is that? 100% of battle rooms. With literally a one in between room. It's impressive. And then we're fighting humans of all things. Anyway, you hit them both in the back line. Kind of cracked with that though, and then you're gonna smack with a riposte that puts him forward, which is fine because this is gonna push him right back.
Eradicated.
And then you're gonna have protect me on him. Absolutely stunning. And then the probably the least amount of damage you could have done there. Also kind of pogged up. Pushes you. This will push you back, and then you can do a point blank shot. So I don't mind that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
We could do a heal. Right now we're just going to focus on doing some damage. In fact, let's just make sure he has a worse chance to miss, and then we'll do this. Because ideally that's the scenario that we want to happen. Anyway, we're not going to go ham on him. We're going to shoot a corpse and wait some time, get a heal off, and then we murder after that point. Listen, it's beautiful.
Not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Wow, that's a lot of loot from just the basic battle as well. Good gemstones. See, this is what I was expecting to fight, alright? Few of these boys. Okay, well, regardless, the strategy is about the same. You throw yourself in there. And then what? I mean, in terms of what I want to kill, really could go either way. I'd probably more prefer that. Now, shield breaker, we'll push back into the right position, but alas, we miss. So we got riposte for a little while. This is just potentially killing, but it won't. Yeah, I had a feeling it was. I mean, we were bound to get stunned if we kept them alive. So I was trying to get rid of it, but yeah, nothing always works out in your favor.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. We got some moves to go. You're pretty fast. We're lucky we even got to go before you. Probably just murder.
As the enemy crumbles.
Boxy box. Yeah, I intended to do some like work today before like streaming, but then like I fell asleep and it was kind of like, oh, that's not gonna work very well. You know what I'm saying? If you fall asleep and take a nap before, you know, during the time that you're able to do some work, it doesn't really work very well. But I will say my quality of sleep was like, I went to bed a little too late. I'll be the first one to say it. Because I had to wake up early in the morning. So I guess that's on me. But after this, I probably will definitely be doing some work. Let's hope. Hold me to it. Okay, what do you got? A riposte sounds beautiful. I would love to hit the guy all the way in the back, but I simply can't. You do this as per normal. And then what? Well, you could do this. And I think I will. Just because it guaranteed kills him.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
And try to finish him off, but obviously it doesn't happen. Now he's going to be protected. We do still have Impale, so that's going to work well for us. Good. Beautiful. What do we want? We want to heal. On who? We'll do that. And now you Impale because you know you're going to kill the other guy. And what? You could reduce the accuracy of him. It's not a big deal if he hits too much, but the more free hits we can get like that, the better. And we're basically just going to run him down over and over and over with everyone else. It's going to take a while because he has a lot of guard or protection. He's got 58 currently. But the shield breaker does ignore it with their unique abilities.
The wounds of war.
Alright, these are some great heals, right?
But never hidden.
But remember, we definitely need to have those great heals in moments that we desperately need them, and right now we don't desperately need them. At this point, I will take the opportunity to make sure he gets a heal in. Even if that requires us to stall. Well, I say that, but because the healer is going actually last in that rotation,
So clearly in view.
I don't feel as confident about that.
Merely a trick of the light?
Instead of this, in terms of value, it makes sense here. I'll do this instead. We'll bandage that, just so it doesn't take all that damage. And
Glittering gold, trinkets and
I'm running out of inventory.
paid for in blood.
I wish I could equip these trinkets instead of them being like kind of locked out. Basically just taking up space in our inventory. What do we got? We got a few more interactables left. Statistically, what are the chances that we find, oh, I don't know, another thing that uses a key? Probably not likely. Although keeping the key would be nice. Medicinal herbs, likely. Everything here I feel like is quite likely to happen. This. This. You move forward with no regrets. And you hope it doesn't bite you in the ass later. Okay, so far so good. Just a normal sack.
Finding the stuff is
We're just hoping we don't see anything we just dropped
Now it must be carried
in terms
home.
of interactable. If people do want to chat, please feel free. I love conversation. I would much prefer it
Wealth beyond measure.
over me just rambling to
Awarded
myself.
the brave and the foolhardy alike.
If not, that's cool too. Just letting you know that is an option. Let's see. We know the health is low, right? But regardless of that, we continue forward. Let's see, what do we want? A captivate or just a hit? Probably just a hit. Yeah, that is gonna make him bleed, but these guys also make him bleed. So we just gotta be on top of curing him when the time comes. Although we did get rid of the ability to do that because of greed. Definitely forgot about that. I chose to impale because I was hoping I'd hit somebody. Alright, definitely need to make sure that he gets healed now.
Decimated.
Is definitely what we were hoping for from that. Just basically one-shot kill the first guy is the ideal scenario. And then what? Well, he could do this. It could kill. Wasn't guaranteed, but it was within the range of reasonable thought that it could have. Now let's see. You can do a basic slice. Let's see. I mean, it just depends. Yeah, well, we could do the basic slice. We know no more battles are coming. I don't even think I put on trinkets for this run, did I?
Creatures can be felled. They can
I
be
mean, not really. Only the people that were here with us before had trinkets. Not that I have that many good trinkets right now. Just saying. Well, you can top off your torch. Continue on.
Star is born.
Fish idle. Alright, you just get damage. We had an odd amount of food. I guess that's because he eats double food, the person I healed or whatever. I just had a feeling this was going to be a shovel one, so I did not get rid of it. Alright, well, what are we dumping for even more gold? This is the very last thing. Well, you could... Well, okay, well, if this is the very last thing, it doesn't really matter. At that point, what you dump.
The pungent odor abates. The things are driven
Alright, a
back.
casual 16,000 from what was really just a random run.
Awash in blood and delusion, he bears the burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
What do we got, huh? This looks good to me, all things considered. Pull him in. Welcome to the party, friend.
There is power in the blood for those with the fortitude to pay the price.
Well, well. We have even more people, which we probably want. Just in terms of, one, who they are, and two, their talents not being horrible. I mean, quirks. Quirks is the correct thing for that term. Don't worry, I'm talking and thinking at the same time. It's very difficult.
The dancing steps of war.
We're gonna take all of them for now. Not that we're obligated to keep any. Legendary Bracer. 20% damage, -1 speed. Now that sounds pretty good to me. That definitely sounds pretty good. We'll make sure to actually unequip everything and sort it and see what we have. But we're gonna do this. I mean, come on. Getting that extra damage thing is gonna be beautiful. Now, honestly, you really could just do a full, what's it called, build? You could do a full Crusader build. That's fun. That's definitely fun. In fact, that might be what we do. Just trying to think of things that are a good choice versus this guy. In terms of a healer or a backline or something like that. I'll tell you what, they're certainly not going to be stressed if you bring all three Crusaders. No one's diseased. You could bring... I guess you just bring a vessel. Sounds pretty fine to me. And then you do 3 of these. Holier than thou. Again, these guys are got quite good positive talents. Anyway, you're gonna have one person who's dedicated strictly to the front line. And then what else? You could have some inspiring cries out there. Rather than the Bulwark of Faith. You do want some Holy Lance, at least in these 2 slots. This should be a pretty easy fight. If things are... If we're bringing this type of group, it should be not bad. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's see, let's sort by, you know, who we actually have equipped it. And let's also pick up this.
Every creature has a weakness. The wise hero trains for what he will face.
We're gonna have... Who's directly in the front? Reynold is gonna be directly in the front. So we're gonna keep his skills kind of in the front centered. Excuse me, I'm trying to get back to there. Thank you. Make sure definitely we have that. And then presumably he's not going to move, hopefully. So that means we're going to go with battle heal or stress heal. We have a lot of abilities to stress heal already. If mortality debuffs, minus health and gain. Huh. What is a good choice? Probably the stress heal. Just because we don't have that otherwise. You upgrade a Holy Lunge. You know you're going to be moving around and stuff, so... You can keep stunning below, as can this guy as well. And then you could again do an inspire and cry and then bulwark of faith or something like that. Well, no, you probably want to just do one of these numbers, perhaps. Tilly? I guess that's fine. And then you... Oh, right. Right, because you're not actually leveled up. Alright, so Reynold does have to become a flex player here. He does have to be moving around. So instead of what we currently have, we're going to move it around just a smidgen. Alright. Which means Reynold's going to go here. And then you're stuck doing that. And that's going to work out just fine. Perfect. And now we go back over here. And we know Reynold's going to be around forever. So we're going to give him the Zealous Vigil. Just so we have the potential to prevent a nighttime ambush and all that. What else? We do need to look in here and change this just a smidgen. Absolutely stunning. The weapons, is it possible? You could do it. You just gotta trade in some busts, and I probably will. Let's see, what is that? 14, 17, that's 21. That makes it 23. Okay, well, we don't need that many. 17. 17's the number. And then what? You're gonna want exactly 8 more crests. So that number as well.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield. Anything to prolong a soldier's life.
It's not a huge deal, but we might as well upgrade the people who can get the upgrades. Definitely over-preparing is better than under on any boss. Alright, so what are we thinking? We're thinking... You do have the thing that puts that on yourself. Although you are sort of our damage. You as well, though. You also have that. I'm almost inclined to give this to him. And then, in terms of speed differential... I was just seeing if their quirks actually have any more effect on this. Ideally, we want to go have the person in the back go first. So I will flip these two. I can't do it in this screen. I will flip these two and then make sure that this guy in the back gets a speed stone. I know it says 0 in the menu, although he's not technically at 0. And then give you additional stun chance. Range, skill, accuracy. I mean, we'll do that. All of the 2 skills she has, I suppose, are ranged. And other than that, there's nothing really here for us. So let's go. Provision. And torches. +1. You got some holy waters you definitely need, although we have so many already. Another one probably doesn't hurt us. We have no trap breakers. I am aware of this. I assume we won't need as much food as maybe per normal. We already did that. 3 keys, torches. I feel like there's rarely a scenario where we need these, but 1 of each. And that is gonna do it.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? A devil walks these
Absolutely
halls.
stunning.
Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Let me just... Give me 1 second here. Just gonna tell the hombres I am streaming. If I could only spell, that would be cool. Anyway, welcome back. Surprised we actually did get a scout with this team, to be frank. Everything looks about right here. I love this build. You can tell it's going to be hopefully fun.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So that is going to give us health or damage. I can't. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I just got to think about it. Alright, we're going to do this one just because the Holy Lance does technically do more damage to Unholy. And we did not get to go first with this person, so that will screw us up.
Another abomination.
In terms of how our order is going to go. But whatever, we are going to take that opportunity to murder regardless. Nope. Get out of here, pal. And instead of him hitting us, we're going to hit him. Crazy swing in the battle. We are just gonna continuously smack. Don't really care to do too much stress heal
Press disadvantage.
stuff.
Give them no quarter. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
All right, let me. Okay, this is gonna heal, and assuming it might do more than that, we're gonna just. Yeah, okay. It does relieve some stress. Anyway, we got a shovel upcoming here. Battle. Alright, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down first. Now, what are the odds here, huh? Not good. We might as well focus the stress on one person.
Maker's art.
If we're gonna put it anywhere.
Unwitnessed by his own eyes.
As long as it doesn't get too out of hand, we can then only target one person to heal all the stress off of, which is going to help. That's the logic I'm running with. I think I'm just going to ignore that loot. Probably going to snuff on the way backward.
Back to the pit.
So he's gonna Holy Lance, we're gonna heal. While we have the opportunity to do so.
Another one falls.
So along with the stress healing, if it's possible.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never
I
hidden.
do wish we had more opportunities to do the stress heal. I didn't bring enough. Definitely would rather that over battle heal.
Executed with impunity.
Could just go through out here without any more torch. Although there's 2 battles coming. Something to consider. Feel like we'll be okay though. I've decided against my other strategy because I think I do have more than enough. What's it called? I have 2 zealous speech in my party, so I'd probably much prefer that, to be honest. So we got to make sure we spread it out actually a little bit. Well, you smack, you kill, and that's the best ideal scenario. We knock him down because maybe we don't kill him in one shot otherwise. So at least puts him into the right region of getting murdered. They're all ready to die, it's just a matter of hitting them. It's all just a matter of hitting them.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's see, where else can we get more healing? Here that is. Here, this is. And as long as you don't take as much damage as we just healed, it's an equal trade for us. It's beautiful. Perfectly strategized right there. So your speed is already... We are going to do this. It actually is probably a benefit to us. Reduce their speed further. You are going to get... Actually, this is the protection buff, correct? So, you're going to go... You're going to go with this one. Wait, you just do this. Yeah. And you just hope this isn't like a spider fight or something. And it's gonna be chilling. Honestly, us getting shuffled isn't horrible. At least for this particular party, it is at least fixable. If it does happen. Let's take a look. Holy Lance probably just kills that guy. In fact, it kills probably most of them. Could whittle the first guy down a little bit. I'm a bigger fan of that. This potentially just murders now.
Is broken.
And then this is not going to kill anymore. Just more than likely. I did set up the speed. I'm pretty sure to try and make sure he goes first, but it seems like he's always going last, which is pretty surprising. Now I know the speed difference isn't too big. It's quite low. Just wish it would do the thing I wanted it to do. like that. But you can probably get a stun out of here. The Vestal's putting in work on this fight. Listen, the Crusaders might be our damage, but they're kind of performing a lackluster job. I'll say it.
This expedition at least promises success.
I will wait as long as possible to fully snuff, just to reduce the amount of stress I'm going to take. I think that generally is a good strategy. And there really isn't much to snuff for, to be fair. Literally, it's one thing. Which means I probably won't be snuffing at all. Let's see, citrines, practically garbage to me. You can get rid of those. Well, we know nothing else is coming. Time being. Okay, I was hoping. Alright. I mean, if it was gonna, you know, hit me with the thing, then I was thinking, you know, might as well do it on someone who has no stress. Just so that it will give them stress. I don't know, man. The logic's not perfect. Just trying to play as maybe efficiently as possible, if you want to think about it like that. I'm backtracking because that's going to give us a damage buff for the rest of the thing here if we camp and then pick it up.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Regardless, we're in very good shape. We have a lot of abilities to heal our stress off. And honestly, too much so. Okay, well, we definitely want to get rid of stress on them in particular. Zealous Speech does it for everybody. Stand tall, we can only get one of those in. Well, you could get a stand tall, and an encourage, which is the preferred method of the two.
The light, the promise of safety.
So we pick up this now. Now that's going to give us a whole damage buff for the rest of our go here. Beautiful. Also have increased protections because of the prayer.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Because we are all religious in this group.
The strength to follow it.
Iron Maiden. I'm honestly gonna pass. I know you can get some loot, but you can also get the bad quirk, and I'm just gonna avoid it. This really was never meant to be a what's it called? Gold run? Yeah. Loot run. There we go.
The ground
Couldn't think of the
quakes.
word. Wasn't really meant to be that, so I'm gonna keep it that way. Well, the Magus did an underwhelming job this time around, assuming I didn't get any disease, because I wasn't paying attention to that. I apologize. Here we go.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
How many torches we got? 8. We're perfect. Another buff. Well, we're definitely gonna beat this boss. That's not clear. We just have such a good setup. You are continuously going first. What's with that, huh? You just feel like it? It just kind of feels like it. Just kind of messing up my mojo. Gotta be honest, the ruins can't handle this build. I mean, if you bust this out on them, it's not much they can do. You kind of just, excuse me, you kind of just run through the whole team. You do way too much damage. Yeah, you just kill a corpse, bring him a bit closer.
Destroyed. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Well, 2 rooms remaining and technically 3 battles, and we should be out of here. Don't. All right, appreciate it, Reynold. He wasn't interested in that sack, in particular. We would like to get some loot out of this. It's quite underwhelming. Definitely put in more. We paid more in than we are gonna get so far. I mean, we obviously get the reward for completing the quest or whatever, but you know, that reward is not a ton. Listen, I'm just a spoiled little brat, used to the antiquarian extra loot. I can't help it. Not the antiquarian. What's his name? No, the antiquarian's the right one. I get Arbalest and antiquarian mixed up when I'm talking about it.
Or is it
I thought I did it again, but I didn't.
Of the light?
Okay, now you know. This just kills, which is amazing. That had the potential to be fantastic, but it, you know, didn't work out. And this also just might kill.
Decimated.
Wasn't guaranteed. By any means, it was luck. But we almost one-turned him. I was hoping to get a little tiny heal on him.
Seize this
But we're
momentum.
too good at what we do.
Push on to the task's end.
Well, we're gonna have no other reason to use it, so might as well use it now. Just what I wanted, a torch. Torch for Christmas. Just what I wanted. Him stealing the loot of a torch, of all things, and 200 gold. What was this? Why did I leave it? I probably should not have left it, huh? Whatever it was. Oh, it was the health thing. That's why I left it. It's because I didn't really need it. Could have healed some stress, I guess. That would have been, I guess, decent. Regardless, it doesn't matter. You get a stun on him. Alright, well. You Holy Lance him. Now you're gonna kill the guy that's directly in the front. Okay, well. It's not going exactly to plan. Don't want him to get too far away. Our build definitely relies upon them being close enough to do our thing. very least, we guarantee no more damage is going to come our way. This guy continuously goes last. I'm just shocked as to why. We tried to avoid this from occurring. Trying to get rid of these corpses too. Regardless, we're ripping through them. 6 feet under is definitely putting me way more stress than I should be taking. And I think that's because we keep killing all of his friends. Regardless, he's a dead man. Whether he likes it or not.
With no living sinew to actuate them, will these walking bones finally fail?
Anyway, you take the gold, you take this because it's pretty good. Hey, we got a debuff stone, alright. You return to the hamlet, you call it a day. Listen, we took a lot of stress at the end there. I wish we didn't, but whatever. That's how it goes. Alright. It's neither here nor there. Could be better.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Sanguine memory to me. Alright, what are we up to now? Let's see. We are probably taking a jester. Yeah. Now there's a second one actually. Slow draw accuracy while bleeding is reduced, I should say. Am I crazy enough to run a full Crusader build? Potentially. It's definitely a high enough potential for me to be crazy enough to do that. Honestly, I kind of want both of the jesters. Question is, what am I willing to get rid of? Sort by level. I like this. I like this. This I'm a little underwhelmed on. Definitely a little underwhelmed on the Houndmaster. This looks good. How's this looking? This looks also not bad. Alright, I'm a little underwhelmed on this. I did say that, and I will stick to that.
It is done. Turn yourself
Now, if I'm going to choose one of these two,
devils who remain.
I'm going to choose one of the two. I'm going to choose probably this one.
He will be laughing still at the end.
Now, let's take a look around, see what there is to do. How is our stress? Well, it's a lot higher than it was, but considering the nature of this sort of build, it's really not that bad. Increased max health, but reduced damage. Debuff amulet. That's not terrible, just depends on who you actually need it for. Or sorry, if there's actually someone who can make use of it, I really should say. This isn't bad. We don't have that yet. It would be nice to have. Definitely would be nice to have. Honestly, you could just continuously bring this group over and over. Yeah. Why not? I'm on board. Although, Something definitely ain't right here. Just because, for some reason, this guy is not going first a lot of the time, regardless of what we want. So you switch it around instead and say this guy's gonna go first. And then what? You give this to her. And then you increase the stun chance here, which also reduces your speed, which is what we want. As a matter of fact, you can go like that. We don't care too much about that. This is our disease resistance. It's 30% all across the board. Something like that doesn't seem unreasonable. Unreasonable to me. This is only a short. Survival guide. Warrants we could bring a different party. Get more loot out of this, which I'm also not opposed to. In fact, I just said we were going to run that party again, but I think we won't. We have a lot of level zeros. We got to bring them up a little bit. You could bring this and this. And maybe this. And this. Oops. And this. Where'd it go? There it is. Maybe not exactly this order, but I'll figure it out in just a moment. Move disease on self. This is a short, so none of this really matters. What really matters is the skills, how they're going to work together. Wait a minute. Hold on. I realize my mistake. I wanted this. Where is it? Where are they? There they are. I wanted this. I wanted to be greedy. Just because it's been pretty beneficial. And this, I don't love, but like, what else am I gonna do other than that? Could go this route. Question is, do I like it? It's fine. It's definitely not horrible, I guess. A bit conflicted. Whatever, it's gonna be good. Let's see what we can't do. With this build. You got mostly everything I could want out of you. I mean, I'm not a fan of this in this case. Although maybe I am, actually. Because you focus all the stress on one person, then yeah, you know what? That's not bad to me. Now that I think more about it. I am a fan of this over that. And then what do we got here? Nervous stab, I like. Well, we will bring the heal instead of protect me on this go. Get back doesn't really do much for me. So at the very least we'll bring that instead. Now what? That? Honestly, that's okay. We don't really need to change it. And that is the one we were gonna do. Now you know you need some holy water for sure. Shovels is always helpful. Medicinal herbs definitely this time. No doubt about it. Well, shovel. Alright, torches. Torch +1. You know you're gonna run into some scrolls and stuff. Bleed and blight. Certainly a factor. Maybe 2 keys. Just in case we get an Omega special room. Okay, I was gonna say, we're missing something. We're missing the food. Alright, this is probably about right. Listen, man, we're cracked with it, though. Alright, take your time. This is technically the first time we're opening up the warrants. Hello, hello, welcome.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
Very
But
short.
perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Shovel's already being used. Not a fan. Only got the one remaining. Don't know what's up ahead. Does this benefit us? Does this benefit us more? Probably a bigger fan of that.
Powerful blow. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
20% additional bleed skill chance. Well, what? You got increased dodge or prevent some more damage, potentially? Does that do it? It does do it.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Now you literally can't do anything, huh? Alright, I see the issues here. We gotta make the antiquarian go into the second slot instead of where they currently are. I did overlook this. Even with the 20% increased chance.
Continue the onslaught.
No dice.
Destroy them all.
Alright, let me reset the order and say that is how it's supposed to be. Looks better to me. Nah. Don't surprise. I appreciate it. That's not good. Missing against the spiders, man. That's not good. These are definitely sons of guns right here. You're not dead. This isn't a guaranteed kill. If we hit, I mean. I wonder what the scaling is for these spiders if they have you marked. So I feel like it's quite a bit. Anyway, you're done. As are you, once it gets to your turn. We can heal my own stress on this guy. And presumably kill him.
As the fiend falls,
Look at that, it's beautiful.
blossoms.
Where are we at? We're in the corner. It's time to get ourselves out of here. Whoops. On my way to paradise. At the quarry. I was hoping to see some more scrolls in all the lake.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
It's kind of underwhelming right now. Loot as well. I guess it's because our scouting is so not good.
Are often low on supplies.
Alright, man, welcome. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to see you. Well, you make him potentially miss more often. And then what? You could... Nothing here really does much for you. Could probably do this, at least get him the buff. If he needs more health, you can do it. You can't do jack diddly from that position, so and a buff. Well, this is not great. We definitely would like to have done more damage in the first turn than we did. But we can keep applying a bleed and hopefully it works out for us. And keep debuffing him. That's a big one too. And now we can shoot him in the back line with this guy. Listen, it's going to be perfectly fine. Just trust in my abilities. Honestly, just buff me again. What's he gonna do, huh? Show his collection? Sure, it stresses me out, but who cares? Yeah, see, that's why we don't worry about the damage on him. He's gonna do his thing, we're gonna do our thing, it's gonna be beautiful.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Keep that accuracy down. My god, it does a lot. I won't lie. It's time to start healing. Definitely does a lot of damage. Starting to get a wee bit nervous that this group is not going to cut it for this battle. Now, did that not work? I'm guessing that did not work. Anyway, you debuff this guy this time because you hope he misses. Because again, it's quite a bit of damage to take over and over.
Precision and power.
Anyway, who do we need to bandage? You need to bandage here, and then you go heal over here. I was hoping we could, like... Oh, I don't know. Avoid that.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
At the very least, we're in some range. Holy guacamole.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Well. You can either choose to rush him down or lose the run. We're choosing the latter. I wish we could do this move on him. That's for sure. Regardless, we choose life. Please debuff. I'd appreciate it. And we'll do this on ourselves. He's gonna spawn a friend, I think, right? No? That does not spawn a friend. Oh my god. It's turned much closer than it needed to be.
A hand's breadth from becoming unwound.
The healing increase is not doing it. Anyway, you kill this so that he's actually in range. To like do the thing with this guy. Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna stress us out and do all that. But honestly though, he's just gonna die now. We might die too, don't get me wrong. Do not get it twisted.
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
But in terms of how this battle's going, we're not in horrible shape. I would like to heal. The only problem is our healer's on death's door. Out of everybody that could be on death's door. 4 damage a turn is certainly significant. Where do we want to go with this? Could buff. You could hit. Then we can't heal. No, you just hit, right? You hit, you snuff, you do all that business. Yeah.
As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast. Seize this momentum.
It is a very underwhelming amount of loot.
End.
Especially considering the fact that practically gonna die from this bleed. Hey yo, welcome my friend. Appreciate you coming. Is the battle gonna be in this room?
The way is lit.
Statistics
The
say
path is
probably.
clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
No? No dice. That's honestly unfortunate. Because I kind of wanted it to be in that room. If it was going to be anywhere. Does this help you? Does this give you loot? This just gives you loot. Welcome Pancake though. I appreciate you coming.
Perched at the very
See,
precipice
we
of
knew
oblivion.
that was going to occur. That's not much of a surprise. He is just going to casually be sitting on death's door for a bit. There's really not much we can do. Because that was that had the potential to happen. Listen, I don't feel great right now. It's looking a little grim. This always seems to happen. Now what is this going to do for us? You do 4 damage and then it'll do 3 bleed. You're basically never going to kill him right now. As it stands currently. You go for him instead. You could go here. Yes, but then you could do this, which is probably a better play. Because it could just kill him. If it made him bleed, of course. Does do 1 damage, that's unfortunate.
And now the true test.
Very
Hold fast
unfortunate.
Or expire.
And we pretty much have to do this. Every time I show up on your... Yeah, I'm really good at it. To be honest. I'm really quite good at what I do. At least I'm consistent, alright?
Injury and despondence.
At least I'm consistent.
Heroism or cowardice.
That doesn't do damage. That does do damage. Could have just ended the run. That's crazy. Oh man. I need to get some hits in. Bleed will in fact kill if it gets to his turn. But don't worry, we're just playing with luck. Okay. Oh my, this is quite the turn of events, huh? Well, he's gonna get his resolve tested. Stalwart.
Many fall in
We
the
got
face
thrown
of
a bone,
chaos,
that's
but not this one.
not
today.
a doubt in my mind. Not to mention the Jester's also pretty close to death right now as well.
Slowly, gently.
Okay, so the reason why my party is like this right now is we had to fight a collector. Just so you know. It didn't just happen to get to this point. There are definitely some reasons why it did. Oh, listen, I now realize I should have just healed the Jester.
Death denied. For now.
But don't worry, I wasn't punished for my mistake. That's how we like to roll around here.
Death by inches.
If this is the last room, we certainly have to skedaddle on out of here.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Listen, man, the collector fight sometimes randomly just comes out, and you're
Their
like,
squeals fade.
I honestly wasn't
Their
expecting
confidence
this.
is shaken.
All we can say is, I'm glad we lived. And we played with fire multiple times, but regardless, we live.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory.
Well, what's up here, huh? Well, we know we got some people with some high stress nowadays. Lazy eye. I mean, it's not bad enough for me to get rid of somebody, I don't think. A Hellion sounds beautiful. Stress eater is not great. Uh-huh. Now we could get but you still practice making music? Not lately, but yes, I do still enjoy doing that. I haven't done it lately though. I've been kind of focusing on the streaming thing. Anyway, I'll switch to the screen. Now that there's actually a human speaking to me. What do we get? I want to get this. Can I just say it? I just want to get this. What are we willing to sacrifice? Not a whole lot. To sacrifice. Man, I want that. Can you get there? Probably not. The current amount of busts we have. So what, you can trade in that much for that amount, and then you go this way. And then you get 3 more.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
And once again, we'll take everything. Not that I will use everything.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy
But it's
purpose.
better than not taking everything.
A zealous
Anyway,
warrior.
why do you ask about the music? Just general curiosity? Or something else? Did I not bring trinkets? It's entirely possible. Which is probably not very smart. Speedstone. But it's the farmstead, and I've decided I hate that place, so we're never going back ever again. All this is bad. Every single thing. Really doesn't do it for me, man. Nothing here calls to me. Book of Rage, I guess, is like something you could get. I guess it's... Again, it's whatever, but... It is possible. So what do you bring then? You bring... You can bring stuff. It's a Ruins run. Did pick up another Crusader. We could take him, and then you take a Grave Robber, perhaps. We'll think about that a little bit more. It does have that skill, which is wonderful. And you have Dark Commune, which is wonderful. Who else wants to come on this party? Someone in the back line, someone who has damage. I'm not willing to do more runs with the Antiquarian right now. It's just... You're just asking for some trouble. You do it too many times in a row. You could go this. And this. In fact, you could probably just go all the way with the Blight build at this point and just go like that. I think you need a musket. I haven't seen a musket. If I had seen one, maybe, but at the same time, I'm very inclined not to take, as you already know. Hey, Silver Keys, welcome, my man. Glad you could make it. Like I said, I have been pushing the schedules around all over the place. I apologize for that, but right now it's 6 to 9. We're gonna just experimenting how that goes. What do we got going, huh? You're in the 4th slot, all the way in the back. Which means this honestly works pretty well. Anyway, welcome. I appreciate you coming. I always wake up late, so I love the new schedule. That's good. Silver Keys? I know it sounds like you work full-time as a, what was it, a physical therapist? Is this time better or worse? 6 to 9 over 5 to 8 in this case. Orthopedic trauma? Okay, I was sort of close. Sort of. PT, orthopedic trauma. Not really exactly the same, but I tried my best. Thrown dagger sounds beautiful. Give me that. You already have everything you could ever want. 1 forward, 1 back move. I like the new schedule. Okay. Again, it's because I'm so new to streaming, really. I'm just trying to see what works best for me personally, but also when I get the most people to watch, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to see, experiment. So I apologize if it's confusing sometimes, but I will try to let you know when I am trying something new or whatever. At around 6:30 to 7, so this works. Yeah, alright. It's good intel, as always. I appreciate you letting me know. Anyway, we got the right camping skills we want. Well, actually, we no longer have the Crusader, so our stress management isn't as great as it once was. Gallows humor is beautiful. What am I thinking here? I'm thinking Pilfer sucks. That's what I'm thinking. Thinking this is not bad. All right, well, you know what? We're in a half decent shape, and I'm not willing to mess more than it currently is messed with. A medium. We probably want more food, just so we can do the stress healing. Holy waters. I really have been finding that I don't need much of any of that. I'm just going to bring one of each, just in case, but really I don't expect much out of it. In fact, give me another holy water. And another key, and like this is probably perfect. Yeah. Wait. Whoa. We need trinkets. We need some trinkets. Let's not forget. We need some trinkets. You can do everything. That's perfect. Who's going to be our damage dealer? General, you're going to be doing the most amount of damage. Just probably. Likely. You're going to do some stunning. You're going to get stressed pretty often. We'll give the survival guide to her. Your accuracy for ranged things is poor in general, but you only have one move that is ranged accuracy, so not really a big deal. I'd like to put a speed stone somewhere, I just don't know where that is going to go. Could go there. You also could just increase the blight chance if you wanted. But it's only specifically on them, so instead of this you go like here and then you do that. I don't want to give you extra protection because it will give you increased stress and he will deal stress to himself, which I don't love. Alright, this is fine. This is beautiful enough. Now we embark. Can I just say, I'm really excited for the Resident Evil. I hope I like it. Alright? But at the same time, I really enjoy horror games.
Pace out the halls of your lineage.
I like a challenge. We're going to be playing in the hardest difficulty. So that's going to be interesting. But it was pretty good. Remember, this is the... what's it called? It's called Resident Evil Remake. So it's like the original Resident Evil, but remade in like 2005. So that's the version we are playing. Not like the newest one or anything like that.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
But I think it should be fun, I hope. I like a good challenge, I like a little bit of RNG. Wasn't too big of a fan of the new ones. I haven't played them, you know? I have not played them and I want to. But yeah, I did play a demo of The Village. And honestly, I was kind of whatever about it, you know? I was like, alright, this is fine, I guess. I don't know, I just feel like there isn't a lot of games sort of... Yes, thank you, thank you. There isn't a lot of games that are quite like Resident Evil anymore. And I feel like I enjoy that sort of type of game. Like Outlast, I feel like Outlast is sort of in a similar vein. It's not exactly the same. But like horror games that are like, you got a story, you gotta survive. You know, it requires you to have some skill and some resource management.
Destroy them all.
Stuff like that I enjoy.
Destroyed. Inspiration and improvement.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be a half decent run. This is a long dungeon. Not blind to that fact. Outlast was pretty good. Never got around to playing 2. I've only played 2 minimally. Very minimally. But I enjoy it. I enjoyed what I played. You know what I mean? Why did you swap characters? Some characters get additional loot when you open the chests. This is just completely... you know, in theory sort of stuff, but I imagine out of the people that are in this group, out of the people in this group, I imagine the grave robber will get the most benefit out of looting things. That is completely anecdotal though.
May we find
I know for
victory.
sure it's a thing with the antiquarian though, which is why I'm kind of doing it. Does that make sense? You got to make sure when you have the antiquarian in your group, you're picking up loot with her because it gives you more loot. So I imagine it's similar with other characters, but I really don't know. I have it just sitting on the shelf. Yeah, I have it game shared to me from a family member that I share libraries with or whatever. And I've played it before. My computer isn't super strong, so it doesn't run very well. But it's a really fun game. It's a really fun game to play for people. To like, if they don't like horror games, but like enjoy watching someone play a horror game, it's a really good game for that. Outlast just in general. My friends, specifically a particular friend, hates horror games, but he loves watching me play them because it's just entertaining and not as scary when you're with someone else. And Outlast does that pretty well. But no, haven't fully played number 2. The theming is definitely different from the first. This definitely doesn't make it worse by any means. Bro just stole the map. I know. He tried his best, all right? He was thinking he was getting in our way, but really, realistically, we're perfectly fine regardless. If you'll excuse me, I am receiving a call. I'll be back in just one moment. Alright, I apologize. Sorry about that. What's it called? Someone I'm living with called me about picking up some food. So, hey, I get some dinner. Don't have to make it on my own. That's pretty nice. Anyway, Hobson Destroyer. Thanks for the follow, man. I don't know if you're in here, but I haven't seen you chat or anything, but hey, I appreciate you following if you are here. You will be able to name a hero if, after this run, if you want to do that. Hello, welcome. Let's see. What do we got going on, huh? Do you have an AFK screen? I do have an AFK screen. I literally just forgot to do it because the call was so setted. I apologize for that. Listen, man, I'm not really good about thinking about what overlays I do and don't have on the fly.
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
But anyway, to answer, or to read through the chat, started working on games again. I'll send a demo if I ever get around to finishing it. Absolutely beautiful. I love it when you actually work on your games, because that's what makes you happy. And I know it's hard to always, you know, keep on top of doing what inspires you, but I'm always glad to help. Cody went to bed, stream is over. Yeah, for the record, this is my ending screen. Nope, that's not the AFK screen. Don't worry, I'll figure out the button. There we go. This is the AFK screen. I won't play the game while I'm doing this. It's pretty neat, huh? I made that myself. Anyway, back to it. You're gonna heal the shield breaker for 0 health. Listen, I tried to keep with the drawing theme. I don't know why that's my theme, it just kind of is. I said, I was just thinking to myself, what type of overlay am I gonna make? And I'm like, well, my channel art is kind of hand-drawn, which it is. It's made by the lovely Benjamin Atkinson. He's an artist. He's also my friend. And I asked him, hey, can you make some channel art? And I said, do whatever the heck you want. I'll let you figure it out. I did have some ideas in mind. Of course, I let him know, but I let him have free domain over it, so that's kind of why it's a hand-drawn style, which I like. And so I figured I might as well keep that going. I bought 2 drawings from him. He's great, man. He's very talented, and I always love try to support it, friends who also do creative stuff. Hence why I went with him for my art. I probably will get more art done for him in the future, as it you know is as it comes along or as it's needed. Or maybe I'll try someone else, I don't know. There are definitely more artist friends I know of. Anyway, I'm kind of autopiloting this dungeon, if that's not clear. I can do 3D. Realistically, I probably won't do 3D for any of my art. But it definitely, I recognize it. I hear you. It's just not really a style I love. That's very fair, yeah. It'd be very interesting to get, like... I don't know, does Ben do paintings? He might do paintings. Though I'm not sure. No, he's definitely done a painting before. Instead of getting a hand-drawn thing, maybe a painting. That'd be cool.
Back to the pit.
Get like a really... Since like for some reason I like the theme of what's it called? A hog? Like I got the pigs everywhere. You get like a hyper-realistic portrait of a hog or something.
The match is struck.
Not hyper realistic, but whatever it is. Something to do with a hog. I gotta find a way to make that work, though, of course. Or actually a reason to have it. But it's funny, at the very least. Anyway, this gets rid of a lot of stress, correct? So you do this. Alright, Hobbs, if you're still here, don't worry. We're progressing through. We will be able to name your character. It's just going to take a bit. I apologize. We did happen to get a very long medium dungeon. And definitely remind me when I get out of here that we got to do that, because I will forget. Helpful reminders are always appreciated.
The light, the promise of safety.
But anyway, music stuff. I have not touched the music stuff in a while. I want to get back into it, but this is also my primary focus, obviously. I have been doing quite a bit. Well, alright, he got rid of his own bad quirk. I've been doing my focus is generally on the streaming and the content, you know, side of whatever, my online presence. If I am online, that's probably what I'm doing, something related to it.
Precision and
But making my own music for the stream would be kind of sick. I just, like, am not talented enough.
a time to perform beyond one's limits.
Well, to be fair, we didn't really need too much stress relief, so I'm fine with it, man. He can do what he wants. I'm happy that he's happy. That's what's important to me. But anyway, the music. I would love to make my own music, but I'm just not. I don't feel like I'm good enough at it. I'm okay. But it definitely needs more work and time commitment. But we'll get there, okay? It's definitely better than paying for someone's music or, you know, royalty free. Because at the very least, you can have pride in the fact that you know you made it. And that's kind of cool. Being like, hey, I make my own music for the stream. Kind of sick. I tried and it's too much. It definitely is tough. If you don't really know what you're doing, it really is a lot of experimenting. And really just a bunch of trial and error. And also, you kind of just have to have a good ear for it. Which I don't intrinsically have a good ear for it. And so it really helps. It honestly helps to make music with other people. Or at least with other people listening to it. Because then they can be like, this doesn't sound right to me. Because it might sound right to you.
Cleansed from our lands.
And also, having different ways to listen to your own music. So like, instead of just like the normal headphones you use, you listen to it on like, I don't know, a phone speaker, or like in your car, or like the shittiest headphones imaginable. Shit like that. You got to go out of your way to make sure that like your music sounds good in different areas. And just in terms of like how someone could experience your music if it isn't the way you kind of intended it, or if it sounds sort of bad every single way you've listened to it, it's like, well, that's not a good sign. But definitely working with other people, making music at the same time, is helpful, I think. Because you can kind of do a checks and balance with each other.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Anyway, I got a lot of talking. I'm just kind of coasting through this. Not really paying too much attention. We haven't camped at all, and we're almost all the way through this, which is kind of sick. To be fair, we don't really need it. Too bad. Also, that makes sense, but I don't like sharing progress unless it's done. Yeah, I'm definitely the same way. I won't lie to you. But at the same time, if I know it's like going to be constructive or whatever, because you could always like, you could do your own thing, and then when you want help or when you're asked, when you can ask the person you're in a call with or whoever you're making music with at that time about an opinion on what you're listening to or what's going on in your music, being like, what can I can I change, what I don't know, change the sound, change blah, 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 certain aspects about it. So in that way, just having an open mind, a constructive, like, what's it called? Kind of like a writer's room for your music. And then knowing that that's kind of how you're gonna, you know, interact with that, I think is genuinely helpful. I know it's not the greatest, you know, but it's also like, in the pursuit of getting better, you got to take some criticism. And the criticism should be like valid criticism. It's not like hateful or like intended to be mean. It's just like trying to be helpful. And it definitely just relies upon interacting with someone who you know isn't going to be purposely mean or whatever, like, but genuinely trying to give you advice to improve. I know I'm rambling on, but I do love doing creative things. It's probably when I feel the happiest. And right now, that's live streaming for me. I'm really enjoying the live streaming. And so that's kind of where my creative focus is right now. And in the past with this channel and just with like online presence, it's been hit or miss for me. I sometimes do it, I sometimes don't. I'm on and off. And a lot of it's just been experimenting or basically kind of doing whatever I want to do that I think is fun, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm trying to commit to a schedule, seeing where I can go if I make sure I'm pretty consistent with it. It's not a New Year's resolution for me, but like trying to build a community and be consistent with the streaming and whatever is something that I wanted to try this year. Again, the goal is 1,000 subs on YouTube. The Twitch, I don't really care how well it does or doesn't do. But obviously it would be cool to like have the ability to be an affiliate or yeah, definitely an affiliate is a more reasonable goal to reach. That would be cool. I don't know if I'll do that because being able to stream to both YouTube and Twitch is useful in ways more than just like, I don't know, more people potentially seeing it or whatever. But that's kind of my goals for this year. I'm hoping I can stick with it and work on that.
Walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
I'm just hopeful we can keep it going at the rate we're going. 'Cause so far, so good. We're 1 month into the year, pretty much.
Irritant to some, a sanguine memory.
Can I just say 55555? Kind of cool. Hobson Destroyer, if you're still here, my friend, it's now time for you to name a hero. Only restrictions right now in terms of like heroes you can name. No one has named a new hero since I had to restart quite recently. Only you can't name Dismas and Reynold, but other than that, everything else is free game. We do have multiple shield breaker. Here, let's sort by class. We have 4 Crusaders, quite a number. We have 2 Highwaymen, 2 Flagellant, 2... Not 2. Well, we do have 2 Plague Doctors, a Cultist, a Vestal, a Antiquarian, a Jester, Arbalist, yes. Hellion, 2 Shield Breakers, and a Grave Robber and Abomination, and another Cultist. Quite the selection. Take your pick if you're still here. But otherwise, I'm going to prepare for the next run while you do that. Let's see, a Sonorous Prophet. Healing skills, Candle of Life, healing skills plus 50%. That definitely gives her more of a use in a party, which is nice. What else do we got going on here? Increased blight chance. Leper only, we don't have a leper. Increased damage, but minus resistance. It's also not bad. I honestly don't mind this. as weird it is for me to say it, I don't mind this trinket. Because that actually gives more of a purpose to the antiquarian. Makes her a stronger healer than what she currently is. Which then you could maybe get away with replacing her for your healer, which, I mean, that's a bit questionable sometimes. I'm heavily considering it. The question is what party we're going to bring for that. Probably a blight build. Makes sense. We'll sort by level. I'm thinking this and this potentially. You could do a shield breaker, of course. Double shield breaker. You could do. Maybe. This I also like. Just because more damage is cool. More range damage specifically. And we also have 0 levels in the weld. I'm gonna go with this. I've decided I'm going this route. So what does that mean? You take this. You're gonna take probably at least level 1 stuff is probably the best idea. Something like this. It's a very blight center build. I also never checked this. It's probably worth checking out before I go any further. Okay. It's not bad. That I don't like. We'd like to have our crit chance up. I definitely don't like. He just loves gambling. He only wants to gamble, but he sucks at gambling. This man's crazy. But Luminous is good. How's this guy doing? Are you worse or better? You really... I mean, Luminous is just good. Is it better than this, though? Let the man gamble? I'm thinking about it. I haven't invested really anything into this other than what has been done already. I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's not bad, that's the thing. It's not like outright bad. Whatever, we can get rid of him. It's alright.
Another soul battered and broken. Cast aside.
And the only thing we
like a
really
spent
lose
torch.
is the level we put into him, but that's okay. A leper I really don't take that much. I like a leper, but the leper is just not... It's not the play, man. Anyway. Where are we at? We see this and say probably this is good. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to add or change to that. Skill-wise, how we're doing? Captivate. You do an impale. You push you back. He pushes you back. You put yourself in second. You can captivate from there. You can pierce. You can also debuff. Adder's Kiss, not really a concern of mine. Flashing Dagger, I really don't care for too much. Alright, we're gonna need a Noxious Blast. We're gonna have one with Disorienting Blast, one with Blinding Gas, but not both. Both don't need it. Anyway, Hobbs, if you're still here, my friend, make sure to choose someone to name before we get started. Now is the time. If you are going to do it, now is the time. I do like a sway, more so than an expose, knowing that this boss doesn't go in stealth. What do we got else here? This is probably fine. We're not going to get pushed around too much. The only thing is you can't do what you want to do if you get pushed all the way to the front. What about this? Can't do most things you want to do if you get pushed all the way to the front. Alright, we can still pick to the face though, which I guess is fine. Yeah, we'll do that. So you're the guy that's all the way in the back. You're the guy that's all the way in the back. Well, let's make sure we got the right guy. So this is good. We like all this for the person all the way in the back. That's fine to me. Now this, you're the third slot. So instead of having this, you probably want like incision or this instead. Although we actually know for sure the guy all the way in the back is all the way in the back. So it's definitely a consideration there. You could go a buff instead. Something like that instead with that guy. And then that. Yeah, that doesn't seem horrible to me. Alright, and now we'll go here. Make sure everybody is leveled properly. Listen, you gotta make some investments to make sure your safety is guaranteed. Anyway, this is a last call for Hobbs. If you are still here, it's time to name. I will give you 30 seconds. Just indicate that you are still here and you would like to name. If not, that's cool. You're just following because you just want to follow. That's cool. I appreciate it. Again, if you do come back later and still want to name, that is an option. But now is the time. Seeing nothing, we're gonna move forward and provision for the fight. Our damage dealer. Who is it? Increased blight chance. What are the base blight on this? 110. 110. Alright, really goes all around. Increase the stun chance for this guy in particular. I feel like he is going to be doing that more often than not. Increased blight chance with this, I'm fine with. Increased damage, sounds good. We have no outright healer, but we do have 2 plague doctors with battlefield medicine. The sonorous prophet though, would be better to have more healers, I think. I'm reconsidering just a little bit. Perhaps we should be bringing this. It does make me a little nervous. He can do damage to everybody. We have the ability to block. We can get people off death's door with 2 people. At the very least. We risk it for a biscuit. Listen, this is what we call content, okay? You risk it for a biscuit. You might lose, but like at the same time, wouldn't it be funny? Isn't that what's important? Increase the blight, and then... Do we care about this? Who's gonna get really low, if anyone? I don't think really anyone is, hopefully. 100% chance of range skill on that. Speed. You do this to like counteract the debuff you're gonna get. But otherwise, this is probably it right here. Whoops, don't do that. Trinkets are now good, so now we will go in with the sonorous prophet. Listen, I do recognize that this build's a bit... I would like a party heal, probably from a Vestal instead of what we got, but we do have an Aegis with the shield breaker. Prevents some damage. We do have 2 battlefield medicines. It will get us off death's door, at the very least. We also do have the ability to heal off blight while we do that, which is good. I will still bring extra antivenom, just so we do not die to that. That is the hope. Extra torches +1. Lots of holy water. We're in the ruins. Keys, because we have a fairly good scout chance. I feel like we're probably going to run into a secret room, maybe. Extra food, just for that stress relief. Do we have any way to prevent a nighttime ambush with this current party? That is an issue. We do not have the ability to do that. Something to consider. I did not look at the camping skills at all, to be fair. Self only. Wait, the grave robber can remove a disease from themselves and someone else too? Oh, damn. It's kind of pog. Self only, 1 companion. I mean, I guess we're fine with this. Like, it's not like terribly make a whole lot of sense. Really, the build here is I'm going to blight him. Therefore, I am bringing this build. 2 medicinal herb to get rid of some debuffs, perhaps. Bleeding isn't going to happen. Not enough for me to bring it. Enough shovels to cover our Batuski. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. We do have a decent amount of loot for the week we're in.
Were well underway when a particularly ragged indigent arrived in the hamlet. This filthy, toothless miscreant boasted an uncanny knowledge of my ambitions and prognosticated publicly that, left unchecked, I would soon unleash doom upon the world.
All right, let's see it.
Mindless tittering.
You go down or around, you can go up and down like that. It's perfect. Absolutely stunning right there. Anyway, regardless, I haven't asked the people in chat today how their day was, man. I talked about my day a little bit. Maybe, I think it was before people were in here, to be fair, but...
Cruel machinations.
How's it going, man?
With a singular
was it a good day? Was it at least a decent day? Can we ask that? See, this is why we bring extra shovels.
Stone seems bent on
because for some reason they love throwing it to me. You woke up at 6 in the morning or PM? PM? You work nights? Thought you were off from working nights, Mr. Pancake. Busy day, a lot of patience. Today wasn't so bad for me. I had 2 classes done by noon-ish, and then I had a tutoring session. First tutoring session of the semester. It went fairly well, though. I worked nights, but today is the day off. I see. You went back to work. I thought you were done with it. You're back on it? Just makes more money, I'm sure.
Hacks laden with loot are often low on supplies.
I'm always on nights. I thought for a while there you were on the day schedule, no? Haven't worked day in 2 years? Well, where the hell have I been? Apparently I've been under a rock. I apologize. I thought you worked days. I feel like, I don't know. I do work a 10-hour shift, so it runs into the day. Ah, I see. Wait, isn't your shift like 2 a.m. to like 11 or something? Is that right? That sounds right to me. Or like something like that. 1 to 11. Alright. So you do technically have a day shift. It's just very, very early day. But it is really pretty much halfway in between, so you basically got a night shift in terms of active hours. We're doing that just because we could have got potentially... My job before was 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah, I do remember that.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Let's see, you're dead as dead, and we can't do anything other than stun, so I guess... Well, we could have healed, I guess.
A death by inches.
Would have made more sense, to be fair. Definitely need to get our heals in when we have the ability to. Just because our healing is so weak.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Lots of curios we can't even interact with.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and
yeah,
foolhardy alike.
Wasn't a bad day for me, mate. Although, I'm not pleased. I got home. Obviously, because I got home at like, you know, 1 o'clock. I mean, my day was quite open. I'm a college student. I feel like I've described this before, but just for anyone who doesn't know. And I wanted to get some work done. Some homework, YouTube stuff. Blah blah blah, but I walked my dog. It was really cold outside, and then I went to bed. Like I laid down in bed, which is the worst mistake you can ever make, and took a nap until about 5:45. So then I was scheduled to stream, and I'm like, well, that kind of stinks in terms of me being productive outside of doing a stream. Because I did want to get some work done. But whatever, it's fine. We're here now. We're happy to be here. I'm definitely glad people are talking to me in chat. I appreciate it as always.
Slowly.
It's definitely harder to stream when no one's talking to you. I don't think this version of it does, but the level 3 version of it will inflict blight, which is kind of crazy. I don't have the level 3 version quite yet, but it does in fact inflict blight. Now where are we at? We're probably going to want to start doing some of this on him.
Confidence surges as the enemy.
Wait, no, it's definitely stupidly broken.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Sarcophagus. We'll take it with this guy.
If only treasure could staunch the flow.
We're hoping for a secret room.
Otherworldly corruption.
I haven't seen it yet, though. Alright, we're going up, down, and around. Honestly, the loot's a bit underwhelming.
A fortune.
We have quite a bit of inventory space. We'd love to fill it up with some stuff. But now, Impale is pretty sick. Can't go wrong with Impale.
Executed with impunity.
Are you dead? You're not dead. You can do this, and only one's going to be alive.
The slow death.
And then he's just good as dead.
Unforgiving.
So we might as well heal. Our only healers are the plague doctors. It's not the greatest, but if you got both of them going, it's halfway decent.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Make sure you reorganize and head into the next room. Yo, what's good? Thank you, Oinking Piggy, for joining. I was wondering where you were. Welcome to the party, mate. We're having a grand old time over here. Alright, what do we got? What do we want? We're gonna do a blight in the back line. We know that for sure. You're gonna throw a dagger, put him in a closer range to potentially kill with the plague grenades. So this should do it now for both of them, which means you're gonna just want to hit. Just finished practice. Congratulations. How did it go? I always have to ask if you injured yourself. It's very important.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
I almost did. You avoided it? Nice. Nice work. I know it's not the easiest thing to do. In terms of, you know, trying to do what's best even if you don't want to do it. But it's probably the right thing to do. Alright, we want more healing. The crit heal is beautiful.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
If I walked a ton in my dream, does that count as practice? I'm gonna say no. However, your mind is definitely being mentally stimulated while you do that. So, at the very least, your mind was working a bit, which could in fact improve, you know, I don't know, some cognitive function or something like that, maybe. But otherwise, probably not. Unfortunately.
The match is
Also, that is something I wanted to do today. I wanted to start working out again, man. I've been off, man. I just haven't been doing it. And I want to get back to being strong. And swole. Let's just say I was training my mind then. There you go. But nah, man, I gotta get back on it. But I gotta make sure the biggest problem is my weight area is like kind of fucked up. Not like in a bad way, just like it's cluttered. I gotta be more buff than me. Yeah, that's the hope. But the weight area is cluttered. And so when I want to work out, I just don't feel inspired because I have to clean it up. Which is kind of sad. But I was going to take the time to do that today as well, which I again did not do. For various reasons, such as falling asleep when I got back home. Alright, where are we at, huh? Well, I can't do anything. So I guess you can stun. That could be your motivation? Yeah. Listen, I was motivated today. I felt pretty good. I did my work. I got home. I was like, I walked the dog. It was freezing though. Clean then workout next day. I'll probably do that tonight after stream or something like that. I just gotta do it. You know? I work better with steps, yeah. See, the step today was trying to clean it. But then, like, the free time I had...
These nightmarish creatures can be
the free time I had, I kind of squandered by going to sleep. Which is what I'm complaining about. Just a little bit. Anyway, for those of us joining us right now with Sonorous Prophets on the docket, we got obviously just a big blight build against him. No real strong healers. Definitely worth noting. But otherwise, it should go okay. Hopefully. A party heal would have been nice, but you know, we didn't bring it. Che, you know, what can you do? Oh, there goes my phone. See you later. How we doing? You're not dead, you're not dead. That's unfortunate. We're guaranteed getting them to die next turn now. And maybe one-shotting this.
Be gone, fiend.
That's what I like to see. Now we're gonna try to heal as much as we can. Obviously, we do have the camp. This is probably the... I mean, we're gonna camp before we go in there.
Precision and power.
Okay, we're doing too good. I need you not to crit. You gotta slow down. Just a moment.
Wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
What are we thinking? We're gonna sway, we're gonna heal again, and then we're gonna kill. What do we want to heal though? This. Definitely this. At the very least to prevent the damage he will take. But nah, man, my dumbbells also are not in my weight area. As strange as it is to say. They're like all the way... basically on the opposite end of my house. Which is also why I'm not inspired to work out, because I have to move them to the right area. Listen, man, it's very multifaceted. I just definitely got to work in steps to get it back to where I want it to be.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Let's see. Do I want a portrait over something else right now? Well, no. Not really. Just camp. Eat the feast.
Thought without kindling is a goal without hope.
Honestly, our stress is beautiful, our health is beautiful. There's really not much for us to do in this camp. Like, literally at all. Especially with the type of build we got going. You could loot a random supply, I guess. You can make it so one target doesn't get marked, I guess. I don't think that even this boss even marks in general. You minus the stress someone gains, that could be useful. Does anyone have increased stress dealt to them? Not at all. We can go here with it, and here with it. Why can't... used again. Okay, I've used it too many times. Self only, whatever, might as well. Increase our blade chance and whatever. You do a pilfer, because why not at this point? Eat some more food. Get them up to maximum health. And then... self-medicate with one stress. I mean, it feels horrible, but what else are you gonna do? One companion can't be marked? I mean, I guess. And I guess you do this as well. Alright, I'm hoping not to get ambushed. Okay, we are.
May we find victory.
Never mind. Okay, we are. This is unfortunate.
Choke out hope of wholesome reverie.
This is unfortunate, man. Stuns are cool. Stuns aren't cool. How much speed y'all got? Quite a bit, actually. Oh, we'll make sure we get the blade at the very least. Alright, well, they're buffing each other up. They're doing all that. Whatever, it's fun. I wish I had a laudium. That would be wonderful. Fortunately, we do not have that. I'm not really a big fan of hitting there, but like, what else am I gonna do, really? Oh, that snake in the back actually has like 0 health. It's quite low. Although the protection shredding is actually quite nice. Their current setup. We could stun. I don't mind. That I like. He's gonna go. You're almost gone. Let's drink the Oladi. And push ourselves back forward. Now, who are we gonna go for? Person who's stunned, preferably, but also could just kill. Yeah, we're going for the stun one. Because maybe it would have put him in range to die to that blight. Didn't happen, but it's all theory. Now, your stun resist is quite high, so we're better off doing something like that. Okay, we gotta make sure to get some heals going on the shield breaker before we get into the battle with the Sona's Prophet. Definitely ideal, if that can happen.
Impressive.
But also, just getting out of this battle as fast as possible is also just a good strategy. You buff up the shield breaker, hopefully kill in one hit, and call it a day. We're gonna eat food. It's okay.
Decimated.
Let's see, we got a lot of stuff actually. Shield breaker only, shimmering scale. Increased protections. Now, eat a lot of food. I mean, we can't do much about the stress, unfortunately. We've already camped.
Glittering gold.
Citrines, I say pass to that.
Paid for in blood.
We have no stress heal. Which is a bit unfortunate. Would we rather get a stunt? No, we're gonna hit. Although now I wish that blighted. Now we're gonna stunt. Alright, well, I didn't expect a crit, to be fair. Minus 33% stress for the rest of this run, huh? Is that from... I guess that's from the snake encounter. Alright, they're going hard after.
About to break.
Likely she goes first as well. Yes, exactly, the snakies. Okay, we're gonna heal as much as we can. As much as it's reasonable to do. Okay, we want to see the 4 crits. Alright, 4 crits. That's what we're looking for. No, don't do it. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Okay, this is about as good as it's gonna get. Really not much else for us there.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright, so before we waltz on in here, let's think about this logically. We'll go with one of these numbers. Might as well use our resources we do have. And... well, there's nothing else. We already ate as much food as we could want.
The madman hides there.
So every pew gives us money if we destroy it. Otherwise, we don't need to destroy it. It's just a matter of if we want to. We are going to Aegis this turn because if that hits us, it does a lot of damage. You're gonna get this going on him. See, the pews cannot be blighted. You could stun him, although the chances are so low.
A devastating blow.
You might as well just get a bunch of blight damage on him as much as you can. Alright, so listen, this is gonna put you on death's door, okay? But you don't fret, alright? Everything's perfectly fine.
Masterfully executed.
You probably move forward with this guy. Do you want to move forward with this guy? Maybe. Maybe it's not a bad play. Give me a second to think about it. This will definitely put him on death's door. Yeah, well, you know what? We might as well make sure we do more damage. We're gonna sway again. Keep preventing that damage. Eye on you. No thanks, I'll pass. Okay, there was definitely a better play not to do that, as a result of how much damage we didn't take. We are going to want to impale. It's going to push us back into that slot. And we're going to hopefully kill a pew, get a little extra loot. Because right now he's on track to die, that's for certain. Either way, at this point, you're gonna get... We're just gonna try and stun. It's such a low chance, but you might as well just try. I mean, the amount of damage he's taking is more than significant. That does put him on death's door, we're not worried. We knew that was coming. We can move backwards again. We probably will in this unique instance. Well, there's not much we can do about that. We get him off death's door. Is he dying on this turn? No, he's not. He's healed himself up quite a bit. We're not healed, I should say. Oh. We definitely have a few issues, actually. This battle is going to get a lot closer than it is currently. Just because the blight damage fell off pretty significantly. At the very least, this won't kill him.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
We got 2 on death's door, and he didn't target either of them, which is nice. He is officially dead now. Is this going to do... I mean, it's really not going to do enough damage to justify doing that. So you might as well make sure that no one dies on accident. You're hoping for just a massive crit hit. Alright.
Did he foresee his own demise?
I also will say that was not smart.
I cannot.
Pushing her back, but I didn't really think about it too hard, clearly. Listen, man, we're good. We're also out of here. Yeah, return to the hamlet. Listen, man, we're cracked with it, though. There's a close fight, but not really. Let's see, we got time for one more. Got one more in us, I think.
A fresh irritant.
In terms of loot, we did lose like 3,000. We did start at 55555 before we started. Anyway, if Hobbs... Oh, Mellow. Perfect timing. I was just about to say that now is definitely the time if you want to name a character to follow or whatever. Hobbs hollowed earlier, but he hasn't come back, I don't believe, to name somebody. But Mellow, welcome. If you want to name somebody, there's quite a few options. Let me sort by class, just so you know what's what. We have... Anyway, we have 4 Crusaders, that's quite a bit. 2 Plague Doctors. Oh, Hobbs, welcome back, Mint. Hey, Mint, now is the time to name. You missed it last time, but we're back again. Anyway, we got 4 Crusaders, quite a number of those. 2 Plague Doctors. You like a Plague Doctor, Hobbs? Alright. We got 2 of them. I'll let you look at their skills. This guy's got quite a few positive quirks. They're not bad. You know, stress perks on the negative side, and then not as great of a Plague Doctor over here. Both have level 1. They're literally exactly the same in almost every way. Just in terms of quirks, they're a bit different. So, what are you thinking? You can choose any name. Is this the first one, or the first one that I showed you? I'm assuming you mean the first one I showed you. You can name it whatever you want. Yeah, you can name it whatever you want. It could be your name. It could be whatever funny thing you want to come up with. Doesn't matter to me. Let me know. Mellow as well. Make sure you're thinking about the name, thinking about the character. Turtle. All right. Turtle it is. Would you like to change the colors on him? He has 4 variants, so I'll let you look at each. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The Legend Turtle is born, absolutely. Mellow, if you are here, while he's deciding on that, we have a Hellion, we have 2 Shield Breakers. Number 4, perfect, that's already what it's on. An Abomination, 2 Flagellants, 2 Highwaymen, 2 Occultists, a Vessel, a Antiquarian, a Jester, and a Arbalist. Take your pick. While you do that, I will set up for another run. That looks pretty good to me, all things considered. A Vestal? Alright. You got it, my friend. What is the name on that? Also, you also will have the choice of, you know, the color. So 1, that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can indicate to me which one you would like out of those as well. Honestly, we got a lot of good people this time in terms of just like general quirks and stuff like that. Another Jester I don't mind at all. We do... Okay, this is underwhelming, don't get me wrong. But everything else is pretty good. The name her Suitcase? Okay, Suitcase it is. And 1, 2, 3, or 4 on the color. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which would you prefer? What am I gonna get rid of is the problem to make room for this guy. Got a lot of level 0s. We probably don't need this many Crusaders. 4, please. Or was it a Vestal? I just sorted it, so now it's all over the place. There we go. Beautiful. Anyone else who is here and has not followed, consider following. And now is the time to name. So if you want to do that, now is the time. What am I getting rid of? I got a lot of zeros. I don't need this many Crusaders, man. I got 4 of them.
It is done. Turn
Now,
yourself now
I already got 2 Flagellant. I don't have 2 Jesters. Pick up another one of those. Could go another Antiquarian, maybe. But I don't really want to. Turtle and Suitcase sounds like a pair of noir detectives. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, that's good on that front. Let's see what Jesus. Let's see what the next mission is. Can't speak. No bosses, unfortunately. I do like to end on a boss usually, but we don't see any, and that's fine. That's how it goes. Caution Cloak. I say no. Crusader. We have a lot of those, obviously. Speed, move resist, not bad. Move Amulet. Nah, not really for that. Along. Plus 25% damage versus Beast, minus 8 dodge. It's not bad. It's very... not the greatest, though, I feel. Courtyard is always an option. Highwayman, increased dodge and speed and virtue chance. Whatever. Farmstead, I hate Farmstead. Don't even get me started on that. We're not doing that. I just can't stand it. It's a run killer for me for some reason. Anyway, let's get rid of all this and take inventory. I mean, okay, I'm doing this one because deeds, we obviously need more deeds. Speed, increasing the speed of a character is definitely nice to do. Other than that, Warrens, I mean, you could go against some pigs or whatever, but like, you can heal off some of your bad quirks potentially, so that's kind of the logic there. Also, food was delivered to me. Got some Five Guys, it's beautiful. I haven't eaten it yet though. I will eat it after stream. I will save you from my munching and crunching. Not that a burger is necessarily crunchy. Anyway, we're in the Warrens. We like to... I still don't really understand how this game works. I'm gonna be honest, that's a very big spiel to go on. But basically, you fight dungeons. You have many different selection of heroes. The primary goal is to defeat the darkest dungeon, hence the namesake of the game. And after that, at that point, it's becoming, or it becomes, how many bosses can I kill? All different variations of bosses that get harder as the time goes on. But other than that, it's really, I don't want to go into more depth. There's more depth to it, of course. Anyway, Warrens, I'm distracted. We got a medium upcoming. I'd like to do at least level 1s, if it's possible. We could bring out the Vestal for a spin, just because someone did name them. In fact, where is the other one that we got named? A Plague Doctor got named. Just so that y'all could see yourselves in action. Although Turtle is not very good in the Warrens, I don't think. Just because the Blight isn't as efficient or as good. But what camping skill do you have, Mitt? A remove disease? Alright. You can make this work. I will back down on my original statement. I don't remember if I ever named anyone. You probably were followed before I even was doing it. Like doing this series in general. So probably not, to be fair. But at the same time, the series wasn't even going. So yeah, that's probably why you weren't able to name anyone. And if you did, it was pretty early on, I have to imagine. And I've definitely died since that point. Let's take... This is just the bleed build, huh? Really just making a bleed build. Is Dexter still in here? In there? I don't think so. We had to reset the other stream. I don't think you were there, but yeah, we had to reset, unfortunately. I don't remember to what oh yeah, I died to a heart attack of all things, which was really cool. I was not expecting that. Yeah, Dexter is no more, unfortunately. Listen, I don't try to lose. That definitely is not my prerogative, but sometimes things just happen and you're like, well, that sucks. And yeah, both on the same turn. It's because I got he got a heart attack. I honestly didn't think I was going down there, but I stood corrected once I realized that he, you know, passed away on me in front of my eyes. Is there... Okay, I have that, which is good. Stress heals are good. This is good. Battle trance I like to see on this, probably. Battle trance. And then in terms of skills, this is good. We just checked that one. Inspiring tune I like more than that. Yep, looks good. This, you're going to be in the back mostly. All the way in the back. A pole doesn't sound horrible. How's our backline reach? Not crazy good. Alright, I favor then my tentacle pull in that case. And we have the ability to upgrade it, which we will take. Tentacle, and then do I rather a mark or debuff? Probably debuff. And then dagger. I'm gonna get pushed into 4th slot, so I'm not gonna take the dagger. But otherwise, there's nothing else to upgrade. Maybe except this. But otherwise, we're good to go. So, Swift Cloak, you provision, and you set up the trinkets. I know, it's a process. It is a process every single time. Healing skills, we don't have any increase to. Stunning, we don't really have that ability. Bleed increased chance, I like. Who is going to be our trap breaker out of this group? You could do this. Book of Rage. Alright, you're going to do damage for sure. Increased stress but minus the speed. That's fine. You could counteract it with that. Stun chance. No, I already just described the fact that we weren't going to be using that. Because we have no stuns in our build. Disease resistance is not bad, don't get me wrong. Increased move chance, that's definitely would have been useful. We don't have it, but the increased damage below a certain health, it might get to that point. Anyway, I probably think that's good for what's going on here. All right, we're gonna bring a lot of bandages. They can make us bleed. We can make ourselves bleed. It's probably just a good idea. Safety net. Make sure everything is going to go swimmingly. We are going to the Warrens, going to get a lot of food, hopefully, so we'll bring a little less of that. We'll bring more of this. 2 keys at the very least. Some holy water, because, you know, that stuff can show up. Listen, man, if you haven't watched me before, I'm kind of an over-preparer. I do like to be over-prepared. And I don't... Can you blame me? Really? I mean... listen, in the same breath I'll tell you this, but at the same time, like, I'll get to death's door and, like, won't retreat. And, like, I'll just be taking death blows over and over and over. Or not death blows, but, whatever it is called. I guess death's door checks. So, don't listen to a damn word I say. Don't practice... Sorry, I don't practice what I preach, is what I really should say about that. Anyway, this is good. Now, I hope it doesn't do me dirty and, like, give me, like, the shortest medium of all time. And as a result, that makes me waste like a lot of my money I just spent.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their
Is that unreasonable to ask? I don't think so. Excuse me. Sorry, I got tabbed out for a second. I only buy like 8 food and 6 torches. God damn. I like to buy a lot of extra food because then you get the option to feast if the stress gets really bad. And that, you know, gives you a lot of stress heal or whatever. I will say I'm not used to bringing a jester all the time. So obviously we have the ability to stress heal with the jester, which will help mitigate the amount we're going to take. I also feel like I wanted to switch this positioning, which is why I'm looking at it. You can't see me, but I'm looking at the screen with a furrowed eyebrow. Like, what did I do here? This is not what I wanted.
Decimated.
And to be fair, this is also a medium. If this was a short, the 8 food and 6 torches is probably more reasonable. But listen, man. Overpreparedness might just save you.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Anyway, I wanted to push him like that.
But a victory
Because
nonetheless.
Dirk Stab will push forward 1. Gotta make sure to remember not to sort my party again, though. It's the only issue with this.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
And also you can find the scrolls here, right? So bringing extra torches here isn't bad, although I will say I generally buy pretty much the same thing every single time. I don't think too hard about it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid
I just
for
take
in
the chance
blood.
and hope to find food and torches inside. That is fair. The only problem is taking the chance in this is painful as heck, to say the least. If you lose, you gotta reset so much time in progress that it's like it's just painful. Like even yesterday, I died and I'm like, oh, this stinks. Because it wasn't even like I was doing bad in terms of like the setup we had, the heroes we had, the trinkets we had. Like, it was in good shape. It's just got greedy.
Destroyed.
I think I got greedy. I don't know. Got unlucky, I guess. Probably is more likely. What do we got? 5 to 8? Yeah, that does... Jesus, I can't talk. Yes, that does seem to happen a lot, to be fair. You buy a lot and you're like, okay, now my inventory is full of crap. And of course I find like all the supplies I could ever need. Can I just talk about how she's already like at death's door? What the hell is this? I don't want to Dirk Stab again. We might as well do that, I guess.
Destroy them all.
And that doesn't make him bleed. Well, good dodge. I appreciate it.
Life ebbs.
I'd rather not lose to Blight.
Terrible
That would be
vistas of
cool.
emptiness reveal themselves.
Anyway, you're still not dead, unfortunately. I'd rather not take the hit. Oh boy, here we go. Never mind.
Death is patient. It will wait.
Nah, man, I just got rid of the Blight. Now you're really dead. We will Dirk Stab now. Doesn't matter that he gets pushed out of position. Oh my goodness. This is what I'm talking about, man. What the hell is this?
Slowly, gently. This This is how
Look, the
life
run could have
is
just
made.
ended right there, man. That's crazy to me. Ugh. Why you gotta do this, man? Well, I'm inclined to not go. I would like to get a heal it. Of course, you run the risk of not being able to, like, do the thing you want to do. Your speed differential... You got higher speed, correct? Yeah. Well, we're taking a risk. Alright, well, it works out. He didn't attack me. Now, there's almost no way in heck that this guy goes before him. Which is why I feel comfortable doing that. Well, it's better than it was before. Alright?
Obliterated.
Jesus Christ.
This expedition at least promises
Sorry,
success.
took the Lord's name in vain, but... It's getting ridiculous, man. Just started. Well, because we have such a plethora of bandages, although the damage is quite... Oh, I just used a bandage on the chest, man. That's not what I meant to do.
If only treasure could staunch the
I don't care about blood.
otherworldly corruption.
But you see what I'm talking about, man? Like, the runs, they get quirky sometimes. I already pretty much almost died multiple times. I didn't even really do anything. That's... To be fair, it's my own damn fault for taking an occultist. That don't get me wrong. The cultist has screwed me a lot. I have lost many runs to the occultist. Because anytime for some reason someone gets really low, he heals really bad. That's just his thing. Aye. Well, you might be watching a run reset soon.
Becoming unwound.
Just maybe. Just depends on how this keeps going. 'Cause we are not going to live very long. I really don't want to use this now, but if I don't use it now, when will I? Oh, we know he's dead. This is not going to kill anybody. We're going to do it regardless. Do some damage, maybe prevent a turn from coming from that guy, maybe. If we can hit him. And bleed him. At this point, it's really just damage mitigation as much as we can.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Still not dead.
Confidence.
Wish I didn't have to do that, but I don't want to take more damage from them. If we can avoid it. I'll take this opportunity to stress heal. Heals, man, are a little underwhelming.
Dazed. Reeling. About to break.
Oh my god. Alright everyone, great stream, I need to go. That's perfectly fine, my friend. Yeah, thank you for coming, thank you for following. Have a nice day, man. Or night, wherever you are. My favorite class setup right now is Leper, Crusader, Bounty Hunter, Vessel. I definitely can see the potential. For some reason, the Leper's a hit or miss kind of guy for me, man. Like, I don't really end up bringing him too much. I guess I just don't really... Like, I know he P-pumps numbers, don't get me wrong, but... At the same time, I can't bring myself to bring him. You know what I mean? It's just because he's got... I don't know. He just doesn't got what I want. I feel conflicted when I bring it.
press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Anyway, we got more than enough bandages to take this, that's for sure. Let's make sure we fix this up. So what is the objective on this one? He is tanky as hell. I mean, he's just such a good class on his own, really. He has a lot of damage, obviously low accuracy, but you can boost that up and he basically becomes pretty OP. The self-heal is crazy. You know, you're very much able to keep yourself alive quite well. He's not bad at all, but for some reason I just can't bring myself to bring him. You know? I guess it's just because I prefer like a bleed or blight build. I like having like kind of a thematic build. And he doesn't really fit in thematic builds very well. If that makes any sense. It doesn't really make much sense, but bear with me. I'm trying to come up with some logic as to why I feel the way I feel. Listen, this gives you health? Or a buff. This gives you a buff. Yeah, there we go. I knew it gave me a buff.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Yeah, it's definitely true. He is definitely... I mean, that is... I think that really is just in tune with his sort of lore in general. Like, that is just what he is a selfish character. And he's like an outcast. That is what technically a leper is, so... It all makes sense to me. Alright, he has the ability to heal on his own. Jester's quite low. I don't know where I want to bring this heal. Bring it over here. Because he's probably the first slot's going to get targeted the most. Now, this is not going to kill. Unless it crits. Low chances, but regardless, you take the chances. I do like a Rain of Sorrow. I very much like a Rain of Sorrow. And I don't mind doing that. Let's try to make sure we can continuously heal. With our occultist, we definitely need it pretty desperately. Now this, what do I feel about this? I feel conflicted. I feel better off doing something else. Like a buff.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Alright, what is that? Move resistance reduction, probably? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, look at me. I can remember things. I can understand liking bleed and blight builds. I used to do that when I first started playing because I couldn't figure out how to build. Basically, yeah. Trust me, I'm no professional at this game, don't get me wrong.
As the fiend falls,
I think I made it pretty clear I'm not a professional, but it's a self-imposed challenge. I don't like looking things up. That's a big thing for me. And so I choose not to do it. That would help tremendously if I did. But I feel like the whole point of this type of game is to try and figure it out on your own. And I will accept chat's help. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to die to something completely stupid. But, I don't know, I try to figure it out. And, like, only recently did I find out that, like, Jester and Vestal work really well together. Like, I feel like that's pretty common knowledge in the community of this game. But for me personally, I only just kind of really found that out again. And so it's like, oh, this is good. And they're like, well, yeah. And it's like, well, I just experiment. I just like try to figure it out. You know? Don't blame me for not knowing. I try my best. Let's see. I mean, this battle is in a weird spot. I would like to do stuff, but no one's necessarily dead. Oh, for sure. I like figuring things out myself. Let me figure out what I like and don't like without just using the meta. More fun that way, you know? I 100% agree. I do reasonably take suggestions, though, because obviously this is a challenge. I don't want to die to something completely stupid. Hopefully, right? I often just die on my own stupidity regardless, but let's see. Are you dead? You're still not dead. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Whatever, it's fine. Just heal some stress. He will eventually die. That's what's important. So you'll take some away from hurt. At this point, we're just trying to do some management of the party. Man, we are barely into this dungeon, and we're in kind of rush shape. Stress-wise. I feel like I had more to say about the topic of Darkest Dungeon. Let me try to think about it. Oh, I don't want to lose unnecessarily because obviously restarting takes a long time, naturally. And I would like to finish the challenge before, you know, Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out. That's the timeline. I also don't want to go insane. If that's pretty, I think that's pretty reasonable, not wanting to go insane, playing the same game over and over. That is why I added variety into my streaming. I was doing this 4 days a week. I found that was way too much, just for my own, you know, enjoyment of life.
Seize this momentum.
So I backed off a little bit, but at least 2 days a week I do this, Monday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday I do this, so. I don't remember. What is this one? What is this one? I don't remember, man. It's not a holy water, is it? Okay, that is not it. Get rid of that. I'm probably going to take the opportunity to... Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I was going to take the opportunity to camp. You could go something like that. That works for me. So a holy water is definitely not the play. You can do a medicinal herb. We got a few of those. You could burn it. I don't know if I like that idea, but we're going to try it. I got nothing, man. I don't think I have what I need. Anyway, we know the secret room's here. You snuff, you could go in here now. Yeah, let's do that.
As the light gains
Whoops,
purchase,
I didn't want to use a torch.
And purpose is made clear.
You can only use holy water, but it's a bad thing. Well, what the hell is that then, huh?
Measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
What, do you just do it and it just does something bad every time? What the hell? That sucks. Anyway, what am I gonna make room for here? I mean, you're gonna get more... You're gonna get more of that. We're gonna keep the gold pile because we're gonna get more gold, obviously. What do I not need? We definitely need bandages. I would have liked to eat some food. Possible quirk, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem worth it. Well, actually, you could relight the torches now. Although I don't... Whatever, it's fine. We have enough for the rest of this dungeon, I think. Are you trying to level something with the portraits? Not particularly. Reminds. Small chance possible quirk. I think reminds if when I used a torch on book. Yeah, a torch on book is bad. I know that. Just anecdotally. I've never done it because you don't burn the books, okay? Anyway, how many... Am I gonna make it with the amount of torches I have? It's gonna be rough, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Circle in the dark.
Anyway, this is why we bring the extra food. I mean, I know we're in the Warrens. I mean, yeah, the Warrens. You gotta do this. No dark... I mean, no nighttime ambush. That's been screwing me quite a bit. You minus the 50 stress on yourself. Battle trance could be good. Or more stress relief. Are you going to record some YouTube videos soon? It was fine though, I got a virtue and it saved all the other heroes when that happened. Got so lucky. Well, just be glad you got lucky. Are you going to record some videos soon? More than likely, any YouTube video from now on, in terms of just like how I've been doing things, is gonna be like highlights from streams or whatever. But I need good video ideas if I'm gonna just go out of my way to make a video. The problem is if I'm going out of my way to make a video, I can't stream. So I kind of have to choose one or the other. I don't have enough time to do both because, you know, student stuff will get in the way and work and blah blah blah. Other excuses I could make. So I feel like I can't do everything, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I would love to, but I simply do not have the time. Anyway, you do a battle trance and you get rid of the debuff on that. And you have one more point remaining because you didn't plan it out very well.
The promise of safety.
But you know what I'm saying with the YouTube stuff? I want to do more YouTube vids. But I can't stream and do the YouTube vids.
Ancient traps lie in wait.
I think that's fine. Here, we're gonna let the bleed damage go.
For blood.
Just let it go, man. Looking for a torch. That would be cool. An extra one would make me feel better. You are the man for the job. Just confirming that he was the man for the job. Alright, we're gonna try to kill them as quickly as possible, and then once we get down to one, then we'll do the heal business.
Ringing ears, blurred vision. The end approaches.
Am I crazy? We healed 50 stress, but we're already back to 56. Like nothing even happened.
Time to perform beyond
When did that happen? That's unfortunate. Alright, let's get a heal. Let's go there. Whatever, I guess 3 is good enough.
Back to the pit. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
I will say, in terms of the YouTube stuff, like, I'm trying to find a way to adapt. I mean, I don't the way I've been making content before is not the way, like, where I haven't been streaming, so like the content is me like purely if and when I decide to make a video. I can take as much time as I like. I have no schedule I'm following or whatever. I can put it out whenever. In terms of videos, I set myself a schedule for streaming, which I've been sticking to so far, which is good, but it doesn't leave time for the YouTube thing. Now, I don't want to stream that's like 2 hours long. I think 3 is probably the sweet medium usually, in terms of stream length. And I always end up going over. So to be fair, it usually becomes a 3 hour, 30 minute, 4 hours sometimes. And then the YouTube video I would make out of like this sort of challenge is once I actually beat it, you know, you do the highlights, best moments, worst moments, blah, blah, blah. Sort of like, you know, a well-edited highlight or whatever of the stream you did. And that video would take some effort or whatever, and it would be hopefully a higher quality video. That sort of thing. Now, I just did that, but I don't know if I really wanted to do that. I'd rather get back to where I was. I will say in the future, or the foreseeable future here, I am going to get, what's it called? The Binding of Isaac 4 Souls physical game shipped to me in March. That's the current timeline at any rate. And obviously I've put on 4 Souls content in the past on my channel, and because I really enjoy the game. So maybe live versions of that, playing that game. I also did the thing again where I dirk stab. Whatever, we'll just take some stress from somebody. So I was thinking maybe live streaming that, like a live session of playing that. I don't know what the logistics are on that.
They can be beaten.
But it's definitely a thing I've been thinking about. Although I might move away from posting 4 Souls content on my channel, I don't know. I really do not know. That would be cool. Do you enjoy 4 Souls? Binding of Isaac 4 Souls, the card game? Has anyone else seen that or heard of that? I think it's interesting. But again, I do try to stay anonymous for now. I feel like I'm small enough to where I can definitely get away with being anonymous. I don't really want the crutch of having a face cam. I just want to try to be entertaining with my voice as much as I can. I've heard of that, never played it. There's a few various videos on my channel covering the game, playing the game, or whatever. You can always check those out if you are curious as to what is going on. I want to get Kat introduced to that game. It's fun. Yeah, I'm getting the physical version soon, which is pretty pog. Not gonna lie. It's been like 2 years since I ordered it, so it should be exciting. I'm looking for a bad quirk to get rid of, but honestly, nothing here is really like crazy to get rid of. But I don't know. It's had, I mean, to be fair, the most successful videos I've really had, in terms of actual videos instead of shorts or whatever, have been the 4 Souls stuff. So I don't know. But I also feel like at the same time, if I do like gaming challenges and stuff, and then I try to do like, if I spread myself way too thin in terms of variety, then it's like, well, what is someone coming to my channel for? What are they looking for when they come to my channel? True variety? I mean, true variety for a really small person is really hard. In terms of being recommended and blah, blah, blah. If you actually want to grow your channel, it's kind of hard. And I would like to grow my channel, obviously. To be nice. And so I like the challenge videos, you know? I do enjoy them. It's a newer thing I've kind of introduced. I feel like when you have streams that are more interactive with the audience or whatever, it definitely lends itself to be more watchable or whatever. Now granted, this doesn't have a high level of interaction outside of maybe following or subbing. But I do try, I definitely enjoy when people are talking to me and stuff. I love to talk during this game because a lot of it is just me saying what is going on, which can get boring. For me, personally. So it's nice to have conversation.
At the very precipice.
Also, can we talk about this again? We're already back to here. So quickly. Man, the Iron Swan, you're pretty much guaranteed to miss, huh? I just feel like every time I've tried, I've missed. Anyway, well, we potentially might die here as I talk about how you can kind of just autopilot in the background. Watch this.
Survival is a tenuous proposition.
Hey.
In this sprawling tomb.
That's a good way to end stream, huh? Another reset? That's crazy. Anyway, this was not in our cards, huh?
This skirmish may be lost.
This run.
The battle may yet be won.
Estate 7, here we come. Well, at least it wasn't very far.
Swinefolk's labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable. In time, you will know the tragic extent.
Well, we got to week 10.
Failings.
Halfway to where we kind of were last time. Anyway, we're not going to go much further than this. I will make the new estate. I will do the tutorial, but in terms of going further, probably not today. Stream estate number 7. No suitcase. We can bring suitcase back. It was so soon that you just followed. We can bring him back. All right, don't you worry. I feel bad. Now that one was, I will say that one was kind of screwy right from the beginning, man. That run anyway. We got like instantaneously a lot of stress. The death door immediately on the heli. They can be revived. I like them too much to let them go so soon. What a shame I blame occultist. Yeah, dude, the occultist is rough, man. The occultist is hella rough. I just can't. Every time I bring an occultist, man, you're basically asking yourself to die. Also, Brandon Hill, welcome. I don't know if you were here before. He is talking on the YouTube side, for those unaware
The rightful owner has returned.
of who I'm talking to.
Is no longer welcome.
But gosh, this is terrible. And this is the part that drives me crazy, of course. I mean, gotta restart over and over. Just randomly, I got actually annihilated that run. Was I greedy? Absolutely, I was greedy. I don't think that I was playing the smartest I could have been, naturally.
Worldly corruption.
But also, any run is a losing run. It really just depends on how bad the game wants to screw you over, or if it wants to throw you a bone. It's really just up to the game, man. Anyway, as I always say, this beginning fight is always the determiner for how well the runs are going to go in the future. Now, every single time, I felt pretty positive about how this one went. It has not gone well, so maybe it's the opposite. Maybe if this run goes really bad, then you know, the future runs will be really good. So far, I'm not liking our chances. It's not going horrible for us. He's missed multiple times. We're pretty much going to kill him now. In fact, he's already dead.
Destroyed.
Well, if we're going with the reverse psychology logic, it's not looking good. I can tell you that.
Prodigious size alone
It's not looking good.
The sharpened blade.
pain and suffering. Yeah, talk, but the chat is so helpful, man. One, for my sanity, two, for things to talk about. I mean, you guys are invaluable, and I appreciate you when you're here and chatting with me.
Welcome home, such as it is. This
Absolutely
hamlet,
invaluable.
These corrupted lands, they are yours now.
Anyway, we're not going to go much further than this. And say, hey, thanks for watching the stream, mate. A lot of people a lot of new people came in. 2 people followed. It's pretty cool. Just found this. It just kind of popped up. Looking forward to seeing how this goes. Well, hey, Brandon, that's on the YouTube side. I have to emphasize this because people on Twitch side can't see it. Thanks for showing up. We're doing this every Monday, Tuesday currently. If you go to the Twitch side, you can see my actual like full-length schedule in terms of what I'm streaming, what I'm doing each day. But for particularly Darkest Dungeon, it's Monday, Tuesday at 6 to 9 p.m. If you subscribe or follow on Twitch or YouTube, you'll see the notification when I get online. Of course, that's probably the best way to keep track of what I'm doing. My next stream will be on Thursday. I do not stream on Wednesdays. It'll be 6 to 9. It will be Cult Canyon. It'll be a review of Cult Canyon, like the first time playthrough of it, and also a review of it. Sort of a variety thing. Would love if all y'all came, of course. What else I gotta cover? 2 followers today. Pretty good. And like like a subscriber on YouTube or something. I'm very happy with that. I'm always happy to see at least a follower or something. Oh snap, I found it. Neat, this is Brandon on YouTube here now. Oh, welcome, Brandon. And you followed. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. And also probably the subscribe on YouTube because my number just went up. So I appreciate it, man. Yeah, always, I think I have it. I should have the stream linked, I hope, in the YouTube description. Let me double check that, actually. If it's not, I'm not doing a good job. I'm not doing a good job. It's not linked in there. All right. Very good on my end. Regardless, I will make sure that's linked in the future, just so it's an easier way to find. But otherwise, hey, thank you for coming. Take care. Remember, Thursday, 6 to 9. If you want to come, that's cool. If not, that's cool too. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.